So Huey, Dewey and Louie, if you just stop playing cards for long and just take your, going to get the little shovel here, we're going to dig a little hole to put the plant in. Then you're going to need the little blue watering can. There we go, to water the plant. You catch me at home playing with my three favourite toys, Huey, Dewey and Louie, Drone 1, 2 and 3 from Silent Running, one of the greatest movies ever made. Good news is Silent Running is coming out on Blu-ray, which is terrific for a number of reasons. The most important reason being that Silent Running is so often overlooked in the canon of great science fiction films. And if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. If you have seen it, you need to see it in Blu-ray high def. Why? Because it looks fabulous, and to this day, it remains one of the most moving films I've ever seen. It's directed by Douglas Trumbull, who is known to many people more as a special effects guy. Famously, Trumbull did the Stargate sequence for 2001 for Stanley Kubrick. He also did the special effects on Blade Runner, which was when I got to meet him. I did a documentary about Blade Runner called On the Edge of Blade Runner, and we went out to Doug Trumbull's studio. And I was so excited about meeting the guy who had made Silent Running. We talked about Blade Runner, that was absolutely fine, but all I really wanted to talk to him about was Silent Running. And the thing I said to him about it, that I've always loved, is it's such a human film. It's a story of Bruce Dern cast adrift in deep space with the last of the Earth's forests. No human company, only the drones. Huey, Dewey and Louie, one of them swiftly lost. And it's just then him and basically a couple of tiny little robots in space with some plants and the music of Joan Baez. What I love about it is how sentimental it is, how schmaltzy it is, how heartbreaking it is. And I said to Trumbull, that's what I love. Trumbull said, and I remember this very clearly, he said, well, that came from 2001. He said, I worked on 2001 for ages. I worked really hard for Stanley Kubrick. And at the end of it, I really wanted to make a film that was about people. Because whatever else 2001 is about, it's not about people. In fact, funnily enough, Silent Running is the yin to 2001's yang. 2001 is all about spaceships, space, emptiness, extraterrestrials, the existential void. It's a film in which there's not much conversation, and what conversation there is carried out by people who are deliberately chosen for their facelessness. Silent Running, on the other hand, centres entirely around a wonderful performance by Bruce Dern, who for a lot of the movie is effectively alone on the screen talking to himself or talking to the drones. It is a film about emotions, and it is a film which was made in response to the lack of humanity of 2001. If you've been to see Terrence Malick's Tree of Life, you'll see the legacy of Trumbull still living on to this day. He remains a hugely underrated director. But Silent Running is one of those films that deserves to come out in a spanking new edition and deserves to be reappraised and reloved by a whole new generation of filmgoers. I was about 11 when I first saw it, and it absolutely broke my heart. I've seen it almost as many times as I've seen The Exorcist, and I have this to say about it. It is an absolute masterpiece, and it's better than 2001.
I'm sorry, Dave.